Okay, think we are good to go right now. Okay, yeah. So this was today I'm doing the weekly sculpt challenge live. So I usually post weekly sculpts, just a challenge you do on the Discord server. I post one every week. I try to post one every week, and I posted this one yesterday, and I got started with it yesterday and got to this level. So in today's live stream, we are going to finish it up and complete the sculpt here on stream. So let's get started. All right, let me just pull up the reference. All right, and yesterday I believe I stopped at the ears, so let me go ahead and start off with the ears right now. I'm going to go into sculpt mode, and I'm going to work on the ears. Really simple shapes for the ears, something like that. I'll make sure to deselect the back. Control I to invert this, and then I'm going to pull it in with a grab brush. Something like that. I'll clear the mask, and we can remesh this one. Control R to remesh. Alright, and I'm just going to smooth everything out. Something like that looks nice. And I'm going to define the edges around the ear with the crease polish brush. And I'll also mark out this edge right here, and I'll sharpen this one right here. Hello everyone joining the chat. Hello everyone. Okay, that looks nice for the ear. I'm going to smooth out this part a little bit just to fit the reference that we have. Okay, yeah, something like that looks nice. I like the way that's looking right now. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just merge the ear with the head. I'm going to select these two, Ctrl G to join them together, and we have them merged together. And at this point I'll also just go ahead and merge the neck two at once. I'm going to remesh it and then just smooth it out, and then I'll merge this with the head. And now we can remesh everything together and make a much cleaner shape for the head. I think the forehead is coming out a bit too much right here, so once I merge everything together, I'll be able to fix up some of those details. I would go into sculpt mode, increase the remesh resolution, somewhere around here should be fine, and Ctrl R to remesh. Nice. And now once you like merge stuff together and you remesh them, you want to make sure that you have like clean transitions between the different meshes. So I'm just going to use the clay shoes brush. Another brush you can use to do this is the clay brush, and then just smooth out the transitions, and then hold down shift and smooth out a little bit. Let me actually turn on screencast keys here. Okay, that looks good, and I'll just smooth it out a little bit more. And from the side here, I'll make sure that the ear is not like, if you notice right now, the ear is just a little bit crooked. So I'm just going to use the grab brush and pull this into a nice shape. Alright, that looks good. I'll smooth out the transitions at the back too. Hello Mohammed, hello Akid, hello everyone in the chat. And I'll do the same thing right here. I'm going to use the clay brush and I'll just smooth out the transitions right here. And I'll change up the shape of the head at the top here. I'm just going to bring this up and bring this part down, and I think I'll also move this nose in a little bit more, just so that I can have a much nicer profile view. I like what this looks like. I'm going to pull the jaw or the chin upwards a little bit more. Yeah, something like that looks nice. And I'm going to use the clay shoes brush and just smooth out the transitions right here. Actually, I'll use the clay brush, smooth out the transitions right here. And I'll just hold down shift and smooth stuff out. I'll define the jaw a little bit more. And I'll add some more volume right here. And I'm going to smooth all of these out. Alright, nice. I think the cheeks a bit too wide right now. So I'm just going to bring this in and I'll bring the jaw up. Yeah, something more like that. Okay, I keep asking, do you have any tutorials you recommend for sculpting? Yes, I have the best tutorial actually. Let me just pull it up very quickly. I'll go to my YouTube channel right now. Let me just open up that video for you. I think it's the best the best sculpting video on YouTube. So let me just open it right now. So just go to my YouTube channel and search for, okay, let's go to videos and search for master class. Is that what it's called? Yeah, so just find this video, how to sculpt in Blender, full course for beginners. Is a 4-hour class. If you want to learn sculpting, you want to learn how to create 3D characters inside of Blender with sculpting, then definitely check out our videos. I've seen a lot of results from students that have taken that course. So yeah, it's free on YouTube. You can definitely check that out. So yeah, definitely one of the best sculpting tutorials on YouTube. So yeah, check that one out. All right. And I'm going to refine some of the shapes on the sculpt a little bit more around the eyelids. Okay, and I'll use the crease polish brush to mark this out, to mark out the eyes. Alright, something like that works just fine. Nice. Now I am going to, let's go ahead and let's sculpt the scarf. So I already blocked out everything initially, so now I'm just going in and adding in some more details on the sculpt. So I'm going to use the grab brush, pull this in and just adjust it to fit the shape of the head that we sculpted recently. Okay, and I see another question: if you only start sculpting today, how long before you typically start to see improvements if you do daily sculpts? If you do daily sculpts, you're going to see improvements in like 1 month. That's if you've never sculpted before and you do daily sculpts. Yeah, in 30 days you're definitely going to see an improvement in your work. If you do it daily, at least like a sculpt like this per day, or like a simple face sculpt per day, in 30 days you're going to see improvements. And then if you like carry on and continue for like 2 months, or okay, let me say 3 months, that's 12 weeks, then you're going to see massive improvements and you'll be able to sculpt like virtually anything if you do daily sculpts. But that's if you do daily sculpts. If you don't do daily sculpts, it might take a lot longer time. But if you do daily sculpts, 30 days to see like a lot of improvements in your sculpt, and then 12 weeks to see a massive, like you'll be able to sculpt anything actually in 12 weeks. That's 3 months. So yeah. Alright, I'm going to remesh this. Control R to remesh. I'm just going to smooth over all of this. And I'll make sure that the shape of the scalp of the scarf fits nicely around the head. And I can also use the crease polish brush to mark out the edge of the scarf. Okay, something like this looks good. Okay, I see another question: when do you use shade smooths on your objects? I typically don't use shade smooths if I'm sculpting like quick projects like this. I don't. For most of my sculpts, if I open up my files, most of them are still like shaded flat, and I just like the way that looks. The only time I start to use shade smooths is when probably I want to get started with topology and I want to like finalize the sculpt and start going into the topology stages. But for speed sculpts like this, I usually don't shade smooth my sculpt. I just like the way it looks. Yeah. Alright, something like this for the scarf. Just add some folds. I'll turn off the asymmetry for this one. Okay, something like that, and I'll change the shape of the scarf a little bit. Okay, something like that looks good for the scarf for now. I'm going to go ahead and sculpt the clothes. So when you do block out, like, it's so much easier to sculpt when you make a block out of your character. So anything you're sculpting, make a block out first. It's going to make the sculpting so much easier. Like right now, I've already blocked out the main shape of the shirt, so I'm just going to go in and refine the sculpt, and it's just so much easier than other methods of sculpting. Block out first before you dive into sculpting. So yeah, I'm going to increase the mesh resolution here. I'll add in some food here with the crease polish brush. And I'm just refining these edges right here. Okay, go ahead, go back to the clothes. I'll increase the mesh resolution a bit and remesh that. Also adding some cloth folds here. I'll just use the crease polish brush, hold down Control to mark out some cloth folds. Something like that looks good. I'll turn off X symmetry for now, and I'll just add in some more folds from here. So this is going to be here, so that's what's creating the folds there. So I'm just going to mark out those folds like that. Alright, nice. Okay, someone is asking how often do I stream? I stream every Wednesday, every week, every Wednesday by around this time is when I stream, and you can watch all the previous streams on the channel. All the previous streams are still available for you to watch on the channel. Okay, it looks good. I'm just going to move this over here so that I can take a look at this sculpt from time to time. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and sculpt the sleeves a little bit. Okay, something like that looks good. Okay, I see some other questions. How long have you been 3D sculpting in Blender, and have you ever used ZBrush? Okay, I started sculpting in Blender at around 2020, but I started using Blender in 2019, and I started sculpting. I didn't know what I was doing when I was using Blender, so I was just like a hobby. And I found out Blender and I started using it, and then I found out I could actually sculpt in Blender in 2020, so that's like 1 year after I started using Blender. So 2020 was when I started sculpting. And have I ever used ZBrush before? Yes, I have used ZBrush, but like not I didn't even use it for like few days. So just like one day I tried it, and I much prefer Blender. But I didn't give it like a fair. I just used it for like a couple hours, and yeah, I didn't like it, and I've never gone back. So I've used ZBrush, and I also haven't used ZBrush, but yeah. And another question: have you been an artist your whole life? No, actually. I mean, I've been drawing like since I was little, but I actually studied architecture in school, so it's not very like, it's not like arts per se, but it's still like creative. I studied architecture in school, but I recently, around 2020 2019, is when I started like getting back to art and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, my whole life. So yeah, I've been artistic my whole life, but I've not been an artist per se. So yeah, Control R to remesh this shit, and then I'm going to smooth all of these out, and I'm going to define some of these folds. And I'm going to turn on a setting right here under navigation trackball. So if you turn on this trackball setting, you'll be able to move like your sculpt in like different ways. Like the default way, let me show you the default way. So if I change this back to turntable, it's just going to move like left to right, up and down. But if I change it to trackball, I'll be able to move in like a lot of weird directions, and once I turn on that option, I can like get into different parts of the sculpt a bit easier. Yeah, just go to edit, preferences, other navigations. You can choose trackball, so you can change that from time to time when you're sculpting. Okay, I'm going to refine this a lot more. Okay, something like that is going to be fine for now. And I see another question: are you using a mouse or a tablet? I'm using a tablet. Anytime I'm using Blender, I'm always using my pen tablet. So yeah. I'm using a tablet right now. The tablet I'm using is XP Pen Artist 14 Pro something, but XP Pen, yeah. And I see another question. Okay, the chat is very active today. From J Mund: do you use OBS to record your tutorials? Yeah, I use OBS even right now. I'm currently using OBS right here. Tada. So yeah, I use OBS to record everything. And I see another question. Random question: you work with a company or solo? Yeah, I work solo as a freelance artist, but I'm trying to like go away from the freelance a bit, and I'm diving into some other things, but I'm still freelancing from time to time. Hello George, how you doing? That looks good. I think we can merge these two together. Ctrl G to join them, and I'm going to go into sculpt mode, remesh them together. Nice. I'm going to use the clay brush, and I'm just going to add some volume right here. Nice. And I'm going to extract this other part of the dress from this dress. So let me use lasso max brush to do that. Okay, I'll turn off asymmetry. Something like that. See how that looks here. Okay, and I'm going to mask and max extract and move this over here, and I'll change some of the settings right here. Okay, something like that is going to be fine. I'm going to apply this. I'm going to sculpt mode. I'm going to use this trim, box trim. I'll just trim this part of the dress. Okay, something like that is fine. And I'm going to remesh everything together. I'm going to remesh everything. Ctrl R to remesh that, and then I'm going to smooth everything out, and I'm going to start coming and start refining everything. Just refine the shape of how this looks, smooth everything out. And I'm also going to smooth this out. Just cleaning up the shape here to make it match the reference a little bit more. Okay, nice. And I'm just going to sharpen the edge with the crease polish brush. The edge of the dress with the crease polish brush, just so that it doesn't look so soft. Okay, and I'll also do the same right here. Okay, This looks good. Nice. I'm going to add some folds at the back of the arm here. Okay, that looks nice. And I'll just adjust the shape of the sleeves a little bit more. Nice. And now I think what's left is the hair, and then we'll come back in and add some more of these smaller details. So let me just sculpt the hair a little bit. Hello Louise, I love the face and the expression, looks great. Thank you very much. All right, I'm going to increase the remesh resolution. And for this hair, let's see, I'm going to use the sharp brush, and I'm just going to mark out squiggly lines on the hair. I'm going to turn off the trackball for now. Okay. And I'll increase that resolution a bit more. And I'm just going to mark out the direction of the hair throughout. And most times when you're sculpting hair, you probably don't want to use asymmetry. So for right now, I'm going to leave it turned on. Then once I get everything in place, I'll go ahead and turn it off and add some asymmetry to the hair. Okay, I'll turn off asymmetry right now, and I'll just start sculpting the hair. I'll increase the remesh resolution a bit more. Okay, something like that is looking nice. I'll go over to this other side. Okay, I locked in there for a bit and I forgot to speak. So let me try to continue speaking while I sculpt on this. For what I'm doing right now, like I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just like trying to make it look good, but yeah, just going with what I think is going to look good for this particular hairstyle. And since this is a speed sculpt, I don't have to be particular about it. This is just for practice. Okay, nice. This looks good. Speaking and walking is an acquired skill. Yeah, for real. I'm jealous of like Speecher, the way he does that stuff. Like does it so flawlessly and you don't even realize. Yeah, but I'll try to learn it. I'm going to learn it because it's nice. Okay, I'm going to just make the shape of the hair a little bit more uniform, just so that we can have a little bit of variation in the hair. So I'm just pushing and pulling it around with the grab brush. Okay, nice. I like how this is looking. I'm going to paint in the hair. I'm just going to paint in indication of hair. So that she doesn't look bowed at the side here. Okay, that looks much better. And I think I'm going to make her eyes a little bit smaller. So this is the grab brush and bring this in. I'll have to adjust the eyelashes a little bit. Okay, and I'll pull the jaw up just a tiny bit. And select all of these and just bring them down. Yeah, something like this. Now I'm going to select all of these and rotate her body just a little bit so that I can fit the concepts a little bit more. Something like that, and I would adjust the shapes on the shoulders. Nice. Okay, before I do that, oh, I think I messed up here somewhere. But that's fine. I'll just aim to clear the mask. I'm just going to refine the shape here. Okay, I'll go back, select this, and now we can rotate them. Bring this forward. Nice. And okay, nice. I want to make this eyes a lot more smaller. Okay, all right, I see the chats. Love your videos, man. Loved it. Thank you so much. Have you tried to integrate AI tools in your workflow? No, not really, because which AI tools would I actually use? I can't use like generative AI because I enjoy sculpting, so like using it is like it's not beneficial to me. So I mean, I use ChatGPT like almost every day, but apart from ChatGPT, but I don't think that's what you're referring to. Apart from ChatGPT, I don't see the use in using any AI tools for now, at least. But Jmund, if you use any AI tools, and like which ones do you use, so that I might try something out, so that I don't get left behind. So just let me know if you use any AI tools and I'll try it out. Alex, I love your videos, bro. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. My pleasure. All right. What was left to do on this character? I think I didn't get the hands right on this character, but yeah, speed sculpt, we're going to leave it like that. I'm not going to worry about the hands too much. Let me add some additional details on this clothes right here, then I think we should be done. Unless some good retopology AIs. Yeah, that's actually a good use of AI, retopology. If AI is going to do retopology, then I'll definitely try it out. And there's this tool actually. Let me try and find it. It's not AI, but it's like, it's almost like AI when it comes to retopologizing in Blender. Yeah, it is called OK Topo. If you like to like speed up your your retopology process, check out Octopo. Like, it does the retopology in one click. Let me play this video. Yeah, it's actually that simple. Like, you just place some markers and it's going to do the topology for you. So it's almost like AI. I don't know if AI can top this one, but yeah, we are going to definitely see. So October, if you want to speed up your topology workflow, the add-on like developer is working on a lot more things. He's going to add body the topology in a few the coming updates. So yeah, okay. Is there any chance to get animation content from you in the future? Yeah, possibly, definitely, very possible. I'm taking some courses on animation to upskill. I want to like gain a lot of knowledge on animation. So yeah, I've been trying to learn animation. It has been not the easiest for me, but yeah, you can definitely expect some animation tutorials, but not anytime soon though, because I'm still learning myself. Before I can teach you guys anything, I have to like learn it. It's just what I feel. I have to like learn it and know it well before I can come out here and teach it. Okay, I haven't used, but I've been checking out to see if they can be used in the 3D character workflow. Yeah, that's the same thing with me. Like, I haven't seen anyone that's going to be like useful for me, except maybe the ones that are generating props for like scenes, but I haven't tried that out. Thanks to your videos, I can finally create my own 3D characters. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Alex. There are some AI tools by 10 cents. Yeah, I've seen some AI tools by 10 cents. I've actually tried them out and they're actually good, like actually good. But yeah, I haven't just like found a way to put them into my own process, into my own workflow is the issue right now. Okay, let me continue on with the sculpting, because if I keep talking I'm going to be here for too long. I'm going to add this stuff, round cube. I'll scale this down. And place this one right here. And the chest, bring it over here. I'll come back to the chat a bit. Let me just work on the character a little bit. Select these rings and Alt E. I should fit it along normals and just make this look nice. Nice. Okay, I'm going to shade this one smooth. For this one, I'm actually going to shade it smooth. And I'll just place it right here. Actually, I'll bring this up. Okay, something like that is going to work. And what else do I need to add on this character? I'm just going to go ahead and start using a grease pencil object. I'm adding a blank one, and I'll start adding some grease pencil lines to this character. Make sure it's on surface. I'm going to choose color here. And I'll choose this one. Okay, let me look at the chart a little bit. Would that actually be usable topology? Yeah, if you're talking about the one I just showed for Octopo, yes, definitely. That's more than usable topology. It's very good topology if you're talking about the one I just showed from Octopo. Jmund, like your character you're working on, can you use AI to get a character sheet? For generative AI, you can use it to generate things like weapons or shoes and refine them in Blender. I mean, that's the use of AI, but that's if you don't like sculpting some stuff, you can generate them. Yeah, I think that's the use of AI. If you don't want to do it, then you can use AI. Is it? And yeah, so I don't just know. AI is still like in a gray area for now, so I've not just dived into it more, but yeah. I don't know, I feel you can use assets already made. Yeah, that's another point. Blender Kit is a nice like platform where you can use already made models that are actually made by humans, so you can just use that instead of using AI. But it's going to depend on what you're using it for. AI can be useful for like previous stuff, like if you want to like start off something and you're not really sure about like how, you can just use it like for ideation, I guess is the word. And yeah, but not for final process, because the AI still doesn't look, not all of them, but the AI still looks like noob. It still looks like dog. I'm not going to say it. All right, so yeah, I think I'm coming to the end of this sculpt. So I'm just going to add some grease pencil lines. Blue pixie, it looked surprisingly good, so I would have thought it's be a bigger deal. Yeah, Octopo, if you've never heard of Octopo, you can use it for retopology, and you can use that same retopology that it creates for you for animation and for other things. Yeah, it's a very good tool, so check it out on Gumroad and support the artist. Okay, I'm just finalizing the sculpt. I don't think I'll add more color to this sculpt. I like the way it looks for now. I want to add in more color. I'm going to come in here though and just add in some stripes on the shirts. Okay, nice. Okay, this is looking good. Nice. And think I'm going to leave it at this for now. I'll add in some more grease pencil lines on the hair. Blue Pixie, interesting. I might check it out. I'm on like the 4th time you starting this retopo. Yeah, definitely check it out if you have a hard time doing the topology. Octopo is not AI, but I don't know the kind of magic that the developer used to create that add-on. So yeah, definitely check that one out. All right. One more thing before I end the live stream today. I'm currently working on a video about character creation. Like, I want to cover like the whole process. It'll be probably like a 20-minute long video covering the whole process. So if you're watching this like after the live stream is over, just in the comments leave what you'd like to know about creating 3D characters. If there's any specific parts of the process that you need more insight on, or just anything you're struggling with in general, you can just leave it. If you on the live stream right now, you can type it in the chat. If not, if you're watching this after the live stream is over, you can leave it in the comments, and I'll take a look at some of those comments and I'll include that in the next video. The next video where I'm going to break down the whole process. So yeah, this is Sculpt for. Okay, we've been here for about 59 minutes. So yeah, for 59 minutes this looks good. I'm just going to screenshot this and post it in the Discord server right away. Nice. And open up the Discord server, weekly sculpt challenge, and I'm mostly the first to finish my weekly sculpt. So let me just share it on the server here. If you're not yet joined the Discord server, definitely check the Discord server. Definitely join the Discord server. Finished. This one on stream. See? There we go. So this is the Swiss sculpt. I didn't get the likeness very correct, but yeah. So J-Moon, do you like to see texturing? What exactly about texturing would you like to see in that video? Because there's a lot I could talk about when it comes to texturing. So if you can just be a bit specific with the request, get out. If you can just be a bit specific with the request when you say texturing, like what do you mean by texturing? So yeah. Alright, so this is going to be the end of today's live stream. Thank you guys for joining the live stream, and I'll see you guys next week Wednesday. I stream every Wednesday around this time, so just take note of the time and be here next week Wednesday. I'll catch you guys in the next live stream. Bye bye.